Hello, welcome back to my channel. So let's talk about Miss Indy in this last episode of Love During Lockup. So she was at her house, she was packing up all her things, and she had a U-Haul so she can move her and her daughter to Ohio so they can be close to Harry, who's about to be getting out of prison. So even though he's getting out, he still has to go directly to Halfway House, and Indy is convinced that Harry will get some type of pass at some point to get out and see her, like a weekend or a day pass, but that may be kind of hard with COVID going on. So Indy's mom shows up with her brother to help her pack. And the moms on this show, they sure love their gold lipstick, and I feel their pain. They're sitting there trying to move, and it's so annoying. It takes so much time and work. But it looked like Indy only had like 10 boxes, and she didn't have any big furniture she was moving with her, so it didn't seem as difficult as it could have been. So Indy also wants to make sure she's there when Harry gets out of prison because she's really hoping she can be the one to transport him from prison to the halfway house.
All right. Okay, so we're taking the moving truck. Well, I know damn well they did not tell you to go without a plan.
So Indy revealed to her mom that she really doesn't have a plan. Her plan is just to go move all her stuff into this motel and not make sense why she wasn't moving any furniture. So Indy's mom found all the dirt on Harry's charges, but she decided to wait until Indy gets to Ohio to show her, and she's really hoping her daughter will at least confront Harry about all these charges. So then Harry called while Indy, her mom, and daughter were in the car on the way to Ohio, and Harry said that he would be getting out on Tuesday morning. So Indy's mom was super pissed though and made sure she let Harry know how she feels, and she was yelling at Harry while he was on the phone with Indy about how dumb it was he had Indy moving all the way to Ohio with her granddaughter with no damn plan. So then they finally got to Ohio and stopped at a gas station to get gas, and Indy's mom and brother sat down Indy to tell her all about Harry's charges.
Indy, do you know about this?
No, see? Those are very serious charges.
And Indy's response was, she said this is all stuff she already knows about. And Indy's mom was shocked. She figured her daughter must have been in the dark about these charges because she can't figure out why the hell her daughter wants to be with someone like this. And Indy claimed, well, look at when all these charges happened. They happened when he was 20 and he's 23 now. So he's a changed man. I was just like, girl, you're putting way too much faith in this man, especially dragging your daughter to another state to a freaking Motel 6 for this man when you don't even have a job. Like, I know she said she was a makeup artist in the past, but she's currently unemployed. She's just living off a little bit of savings she has, and I bet she was probably working before the show, but so many people end up quitting their jobs temporarily for the show because it requires 12 to 18 hour days for weeks at a time to film, and most people can't get that much time off work. So Indy just seems like she's being super naive about the whole situation. She's putting all her eggs in one basket and all her faith into Harry. And you can tell the mom is just so disappointed in who her daughter is choosing to be with, and have her daughter called daddy. And the mom made a good point. Indy was like, I know who Harry is. He's changed and he's not in a game because of everything he's told me and has shown me. And the mom just called BS and said, yeah, everything he's been showing you from behind a freaking jail cell. So then they pull up to this motel that Indy's staying in, and they're like, oh, hell no. They're like, we don't even want to pull in this place. This place looks scary. So they go inside, and the place is filthy, and it smells, and you know that place probably got roaches and bed bugs. I remember when I was like fresh out of a halfway house like 5 years ago, I was so desperate and stayed at a place like for $180 a week back then, and the place had bed bugs. Like every other month they were finding bodies there. It was just bad all the way around. And that's the vibe that Indy's new place is giving me. Like, that is not the place I want to go out and go on walks with my daughter at. And not only is Indy staying there, but she's making her mom, brother, and sister stay there for 2 days in the same hotel. And they were pissed. They're like, why you gotta do us like that? You know, we're trying to help you move. I don't know what we did to you to deserve this. And she was just like, I'm on a budget. And it's like, girl, I know you're on a budget, but the least you could have done for your family after they helped you move from one state to another and helped you move and put in all this work is at least got them a hotel for a couple days. So then Indy decides to sage herself to try to get rid of all the negative energy her mom and brother are causing her. And she decides to call her sidekick because she's starting to feel like everything's going wrong. And that may be a sign that Indy just needs to turn her butt around and go the hell home. So Indy calls her sidekick and tells her about this janky hotel, how her mother and brother are on her nonstop, and how she's having second thoughts that she should even be here. And the sidekick said that the spirit was testing her and she has to be resilient and things happen and it's a test to her dedication. So Indy was told what she wanted to hear and was super happy and hurried up and got off the phone after that. And I actually saw someone on the Love After Lockup Reddit who was calling Indy's sidekick out, and this is what she had to say. She says, as a spiritualist, that sidekick makes me so upset. I really hope she's fake for the show. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she's fake for the show because we've seen them have so many fake counselors, lawyers, etc. in the past. And it says if you ever go to a reader and they only tell you exactly what you want to hear, get a new reader. Indy very clearly is carrying old pain from her past and using that to justify her actions. And that is not me reading her. That is my simple observation based on how she presents herself. The fact that her reader never mentioned any type of personal development to work on when Indy is clearly needing it says a lot. And Indy, you should read this. Sage does nothing if you aren't doing shadow work, and you clearly aren't. Your ancestors were trying to stop you at that motel, and this reader is either not connecting to your guiding spirits or straight up scamming you, love. And I kind of get that vibe as well. It's like, of course, Indy's gonna turn to this sidekick every time she needs something because the sidekick always tells her what she wants to hear and co-signs off on everything. And it's like Indy was sitting there talking about, oh yeah, well my sidekick was right about Harry getting out in a month. He's getting out right in a month, right around the time that she said. So she was right about that, so I know she's right about everything. You know, and that can be kind of dangerous, putting all your faith in one person. And these readings that Indy keeps getting from her psychic are just so vague. And of course her psychic's going to keep telling her what she wants to hear because Indy pays her every single time. These psychics ain't free. I remember like the psychic that was for Stephanie on 9 Day Fiancé who used to help guide her on her relationship with Harris. And who was that other guy she dated that was his cousin? But I looked her up online. She was like $500 an hour. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm excited to see Indy and Harry on this new season of Love After Lockup. I'm really interested to see how the relationship progresses once he gets out and how the dynamic is with Indy's mom and Harry. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.